Hi everyone, welcome. In this video, I'm going to tell about aggregation of inheritance, which means has a relationship inheritance. And previous video, I have told about kinds of inheritance, and I missed to say about multiple inheritance. Yes, multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Not possible in Java. So why? Because in the sense, because of overriding example. So inheritance is a concept which builds overriding concept. You cannot achieve your multiple inheritance in Java. Okay. Next, we are going to see about aggregation. So, what is aggregation, ma'am? Still now we have seen is a relationship. Is a relationship means it tells about types, varieties. Is a means variety or types you will be referring of. Okay. None of them will affect does not affect the other classes. Okay. uh, Other class execution, but if you are going to do with has a relationship, uh, a class cannot execute without that subclass. Okay. If you left on class in the sense, uh, your execution will not be complete. It cannot achieve their executions. Okay. It is like when you tell about motorbike. This motorbike will have parts as engine, petrol tank, and your wheeling conditions, and these are all parts. Okay. So for defining these components, or collectively only your bike will be executing, your bike will be running, right? So likewise, if a class contains another class object, then it is called as aggregation concept in Java. Here is one example to find area of a circle. Okay, what is the formula of area of a circle means? It is pi r square. Pi r square. Actually, it is pi into r into r. Actually, this is the formula. Okay. To do this operation, you know that whatever I have in the parenthesis, that should be given most important, right? So I'm going to do this operation in a successful manner using the class of inheritance. I'm going to do this haptic and important point. I'm going to keep in one class, and that class name is operation. Okay. So I'm going to keep this suspicious r square in one class that is called as operation. Okay. Yes. Then I have to proceed. This is available in one class, and another class I'm going to proceed this entire operation. Am I right? So next I have to proceed entire operation. So that this particular operation class has to be the part of my inner class. Then only I can complete my execution. Unless if I had the value of r square, I cannot complete my area of a circle. Okay. So that all the entire components I have to be compressed, so that one class has to be submerged into the another class. So how it is possible means in the sense of aggregation. Okay. So here you find that this particular code operation contains a method, and method name is square. Okay. Method name is square, and the instruction of square method is nothing but n into n, where n is a radius. Okay. Second, if you see, I'm going to erase all those things. So let me draw in a smaller way. This is operation. The object I created for operation is OP under the circle class. Okay, OP contain square method. So under the square method, n into n. Okay. Okay, this is the thing I have. Second, I just going to narrate what I have in my circle. Okay, circle I have one boxed item, right? Named it as an aggregation. So what is this ma'am? Abdina? This is object creation. Yes. So I had a name called a class name. So the class name is operation. Okay. And I have an identifier. So that identifier is named as OP. If an identifier is prefixed with a class name, that tells me an object creation. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? In case of cat அப்படின்னா cat C. So cat is a class name and C is an object name. Likewise, I have created an object called OP. Okay. So I have created an object அப்படின்னா it takes the template of your operation class and this is the template. This is the structure of my OBJ. I mean object OP. Next, I have initialized uh, pi value equal to 3.14 and I have one method called area. Okay, I have defined a method. Under the method only, I am going to process my information. Okay, uh, how do I process my information means I have some values in OP. So I'm going to call whenever I create an object abdina, I must call my constructor no. So here my constructor is called now. Then under the operation function, I have square methodology, right? I have to call for proceeding n into n. So through the object I have called this particular function and the resultant value I stored no. So that must be here n into n is a return type. Okay. If I supply some values abdina, this multiplicated value will be pushed out from this object. Okay. That I have to store in one variable and that variable name is int square r square. Okay. R square. Then what I have now, the r square value will be brought into my circle class. Okay. So, okay. So, this, okay. Let me start one by one. Okay. Let me push it from uh, each one. So, I have one component called operation, that is OP. Under OP, I have one function called square. Square is a function that return n into n. Okay. Then I have one variable in my circle. So let me have the component of circle in some other color. So this is my circle class. Okay. Under the circle class, I have this object creation. Okay. So automatically this particular OP object will be available. Object OP creation happens in my circle class. Then I have its own functionality. So that is pi equal to 3.14 and I have one more functionality called area. Okay, area, it contains some radius. Okay, under that I have some special functions. Okay, what are those functions in the sense? I need to find the value of r square. R square. So how do I do means I can copy the value. I will take up the value from the OP by calling the constructor. Okay, OP dot square functionality. If I call this particular function, the returned value will be assigned to r square. Okay, then I'm going to calculate return pi into r square. Okay, No, I know the value of pi and I know the value of r square. Okay, through that I'm going to do. Okay, this is how my program is organized. Let me start from main function. Circle C. So object is created as C and the constructor is called. Okay, then I'm going to create a variable called result. Here my calling statement happens. So C dot area. So this means it will call, just I will erase all those things. So C dot area means I call the area function where it is defined. Yeah, it is defined here. So automatically it tells OP equal to new operation. So which is a constructor call of an operation. So once the object is created, your constructor must be called. Okay, object is created for the child class. Okay, yes, child class object create ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா automatically கிளாஸுக்குள்ள இருக்கிற steps initiate ஆகும். If I do that அப்படின்னா operation OP, this statement will be executed. So which tells you that you initiate this part, like that it will tell. Okay, now this area function contains the value of 5. Am I right? Radius equal to 5. Then if it comes here, I will change the color here for your better understanding. Let me give green color. Now area is assigned as 5. Okay, now square value is assigned as 5 here. Here n into n. So here n into n computation happens, so that 5 into 5 is 25. 5 into 5 is 25. This value will be pushed to my r square, because in the op dot square radius function I am going to supply to r square only. Okay, now r square will contain the value of 25 here. Okay, now r square variable contains, and the current variable is brought from outside class to inner class. Okay, என்னுடைய own place I have brought my value to the own place. Now I am ready to multiply with my pi value. Okay, so that I have achieved using a return pi star r square. So pi means it is a value of 3.14 and r square means it is 25. So what is the total component is 78.5. 3.14 into 25 is 78.4. So where should I store this value means I should store the value in the variable called result. Okay, again is a return statement. So return statement means it pushes from the current places to outside of your main statement. Okay, under the main statement I have given equal to operation, result equal to. So under the result only this 78.5 will be stored. So last finally I have given system.out.println to print your square of a circle. Okay, so the understanding is a area of a circle, ma'am. I can do in a simple 5 to 10 minutes, ma'am. Just writing public static void main, initialize pi value into r square, ma'am. Why should I go for this much tedious steps, ma'am? Abdina, for a better understanding of the concept of has a relationship, I have taken this example. The thing is two things. Aggregation means object creation of your main class has to be done within the child class, and here you will not specify any extend keyword. Okay, you will not specify the keyword extends here. Instead you should recognize that if an object is created for the another class within one class, then it is a inheritance type, and that too has a relationship type, which means a function, that particular function, main function, will not get executed without the another class. Okay, if this operation class is not defined here means, if the operation class object is not defined here means you couldn't process this n into n. Okay, this is how it is called as a part relationship, has a relationship. Okay, the circle has a function object called operation. So this object refers the another class. If you have a reference variable from the another class, it is called as an has a relationship. Okay. Thank you.